This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we've got another Spartan's Honest First Looks at a new premium tank. This time, the Trinity. So, let's just go ahead and look at the parts of the tank. First of all, it's got the turret of a T-26E4, except it's got extra spaced armor because, you know, obviously a T-26E4 needed more spaced armor on the turret. But the gun is definitely not the T-26E4. No, the gun is actually pretty good and is the best feature of this tank. It is the fully upgraded Panther II's gun, and it's literally identical in stats as far as I saw. I forgot to look at the dispersion, but it's 0.3, which I believe is the same as the Panther II as well. I know the armor penetration, everything is the same as the Panther II. So, imagine a Panther II that's slow and has better turret armor. And that's what you get. This thing is pretty good behind a ridgeline. You can side scrape somewhat with it, but it's not the greatest tank in the world. And I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but on, what is that? Oh, crap. I can't remember. But on one of the maps, I was on a highway, right? And you would think, if anything, the ground resistance on a highway would be better. But of course, it was absolutely worse. I was driving down the highway and it was only doing 20 kilometers an hour, and that's with no track damage and no engine damage. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if that's a glitch or if the ground resistances on this thing are just this bad. It's got the T-44-100 tracks, and yeah. I mean, it sees 390 meters, which is the same as the Panther II as well. So, I mean, you're golden there. Against Tier 8s, you're pretty golden. Against Tier 9s, you can struggle a bit, but you can make it happen. Against Tier 10s, just try not to go against Tier 10s. The 88 does struggle against Tier 10s. You really got to hit weak spots if you're going to pin anything. Now, here we got this medium about to drive out in front of us. Shot out, nailed it, tracked him. He ain't going nowhere. And now here I should pull up just a little bit. Yep, there it is. And we're going to stick it right through the... Nope, there's that amazing aim time. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the one thing about this tank that I'm not real keen on. It is good behind a ridgeline. Do not get this, like, backwards. This thing is very, very good behind a ridgeline. You've got the DPM and the armor to protect yourself. So, behind a ridgeline, this thing is nasty. But it is supposed to be accurate, and unfortunately, at times, it's not quite there. And there you can see it derp straight up into the armor of the Jag Panther II instead of hitting the side of the tank that I was aiming at. So, 0.3 meters of dispersion at 100 meters should be good, but at times it feels less than adequate. But that's just the Panther II for you. It's one of those tanks that I didn't well, the Panther II I didn't mind because it had mobility and had the ability to DPM people, so that was kind of nice. This thing doesn't have the mobility, even though it'll say it gets up to 42 kilometers an hour. It really doesn't do that very often. Generally, you're going to be in the 35 kilometer an hour range on most terrain, and then if you get into any soft terrain or apparently highways, you're just going to drop. I mean, it'll be 20 kilometers an hour max, and that is one of the bad things. Another bad thing about this tank is the fact that the turret is slow as crap. Like, I would compare this turret rotation speed to something like the T-28 Prot. Okay, so definitely not preferable. But you can see we're working the ridgeline here. These guys are coming in. It's a team deathmatch, so we've got that going for us. We don't have to do anything crazy. All we have to do is wait and hold them. And you can see this guy's going to get in there, but we do manage to pin the front of that light tank. And here we got a 1390. We're going to shoot at him, and of course he takes off the moment we get this thing loaded, and we manage to not do any damage other than track. And then we bounce off his turret because French tanks and their stupid turrets that seem to bounce way too much for what they are. Now that shot somehow pins that WZ. Not sure exactly how that works. But now we've got the T-25 AT we can put a hurting on this guy. We're waiting, or I know the light tank is reloading, and the Chinese light tank doesn't seem to be interested in shooting us too much. Now, the 1390 is trying to shoot us, but it's honestly too late. And so we're going to get ready. We're shooting through the building here because I want to try to get this T-25 AT. It's a 90 mil gun. I can't remember. I think the T-25 AT actually gets a 105 as the final package, if I remember correct. It's been a long time. Whoa, look out! Now we're good. All right, time to shoot him back and through the bottom plate. No problem. But that brings me to my next problem with this. These little guns, the DPM guns that have like 90 mils and less, they're good, they can work, but at the same time, they can be extreme. Finally, we hit that little sucker and got him off the board. Okay, we've got this T-49. We put a round on him. I know he's got the derp gun. That's going to be important for later. So we've got the Jag Panther 2. We gotta go ahead and put a round on him. And 240, pretty average roll, no big deal there. You're going to get 200 to 240 on most shots out of these little guns. Now, this is the part where I just realized that our T-95 is being flanked. I did take a little too long, but then I try to get up here and try to shoot this T-10. He's got his butt sticking out, and I bounce off the back of the T-10. So I go ahead and switch to armor piercing, and our T-95, unfortunately, is going to die here, and I'll take credit for that because, unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention. I say 200 to 250 on average, and yet it rolls a 180 there, so apparently, you know, that's a thing. But the T-10's here, and I am begging my artillery to start shooting this guy. Like, he's going to ruin me. I don't have much hope. He's on the backside of a ridge line, which means he's going to be able to go haul down. Even haul down, he can shoot through the front of my turret. Because, yes, it has spaced armor, but it's not the thickest stuff in the world, so getting a nice, good armor piercing straight through the front will go through. Now, heat rounds, good luck. Heat rounds are not going through this tank very many places. It's covered in spaced armor. Literally covered. The tracks are covered, which tracks in of themselves are spaced armor. But you can see he kills my gunner, and now that's going to set up the end of my game. Because, honestly, watch the aim. The aim time is so horrendously bad when you have no gunner in this tank. Like, my God, I could aim faster with my M55, I think. This is ridiculous. Look at this. And fully aimed in, but still the size of the map. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing. Now, I opted for 2 repair kits rather than a repair kit and a first aid kit. So that's why I don't have a first aid kit. But it is, you know, something that is a thing. So, if you were wondering, that's why. But we have 3 tanks left. We have 3 tanks left. And so it can be bad either way. We've got the M46 Korea over here. So that's not preferable. And he's got cover. So I'm asking again for my artillery to shoot this guy. Because I don't have the accuracy or, you know, the aim ability to be able to hurt this guy consistently. I'm trying. I'm putting rounds down towards him. I knew that that shot was likely to miss because, obviously, no gunner and it's not fully aimed in. It's probably going to miss. But this next shot's going to make up for it because the arty, I do believe, hits him and splashes him. Or maybe he already did. I can't remember. But either way, this guy's about to try to use the Jag Panther 2's dead body to shoot at me. There's the arty splashing him. Hits the Jag Panther 2, but does over 100 damage to the guy. And that's going to make this guy antsy. He's going to believe that he has a chance, and I'm going to get a little bit of help from RNG here and put it right through the turret of the M46 Korea. So he's down. Now the T-20 on our team goes down. Unfortunate, but again, what is it? It's a thing. Now I know that that T-49 can outspot me. I also know that he's a derp gun. Now, he could potentially ruin me, but with my spaced armor, I have a feeling that he's not going to kill me with one hit. So I push back, I tell my artillery, and this is the part that's going to drive me nuts in this one. I tell my artillery piece to go back to the back corner of the map with me. That way we only have to defend 2 directions, okay? That's it. If you dig yourself into this corner, you only have to defend 2 directions. That means that light tank can't really sneak up on you. He's got to come to you. And because of the fact that it's a team destruction, all we have to do is survive and we win this match. Now, we've got 5 minutes. The likelihood that this does not come to blows with this light tank is slim. But as you can see, this M12 is not getting the message. I'm telling him, please, come into the town, get into shotgun mode, and we will let him come to us so that we don't have to try to defend so much. But because of where he stays, I don't have a choice. I have to push out and I have to try to spot this little guy before he comes in and ruins us. So you can see I'm side scraping a little bit. It's not ideal. Like, that was nothing that was going to probably bounce anything. Plus the fact that it's a T-49 with a derp gun, you're not bouncing crap. It's going to pin you. Unless he decides to shoot heat at me, in which case he's not going to do much of anything because spaced armor. But most T-49 drivers use only high explosive and then save their heat rounds for like the back of an E100 or something really flat that you're guaranteed to pin. That otherwise using high explosive one wouldn't do that. But yeah, so we're waiting for this guy to show up, and I guess this is a good time for me to say whether or not I would purchase this tank. Personally, no. After playing it, I mean, it's got good things about it. Like I said, the ability for this tank to sit on a ridgeline and DPM you is there. But it's too sluggish, the turret rotates too slow with all that extra spaced armor on it, and the ground resistance doesn't seem to be very good. And I don't know much about ground resistance, but I do know with a top speed of 40, I think it was 42 kilometers an hour, and the fact that you're spending most of that time around 30 to 35 or less, depending on the terrain, that, wait for it, can we spot this little guy? We know he's out. There he is, finally. Okay, he's got 176 hit points. All I got to do is pin him one time. So I'm aiming in, fully aimed in, and I'm trying to watch both sides because I don't know which way he's going to go. I'm hoping that he drives out in front of me and I can just kill him. But of course, I start to move, he derps me, and now I've got him go. This guy has got to die because he's got to reload, which means he's got, what, 15 to 18 seconds, maybe longer? I can't remember exactly how long, but 152 mil gun. Now here, I'm pushing him. He's going to drive around the other side, which puts him in perfect position for the arty. What are you doing? Shoot him! Why do I have to tell you to shoot him? So he kills the arty, and now he's screwed. I don't know why he thought that he could get away here. But, yeah, once he pushes out from behind that building, he's in trouble, and all I gotta do is kill him. But as you can see, the turret rotation sucks, but we do put him down, which gives us our 3rd kill and 16 pins with some assisted. It's gonna be a good game, guys, but personally, I wouldn't buy this tank myself. Now, there are plenty of people that will. It's a good tank. It's not bad, but 3,400 damage, 2,200 assisted, 1,600 block, mastery ace tanker, top of the leaderboard, not bad. So, if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.